everybody. So I hope you've been enjoying my More Than a Mom YouTube channel, and I wanted to do a cool, refreshing look for you today. And I use this look a lot when I'm with my kids, because if your kids are like my kids, they are constantly pulling and twisting on your hair, which can get really annoying and it can hurt. So I tend to wear my hair up a lot when I'm with my kids, so I thought you would like this look. This is also a great first day look, and it's great for hot weather. So if you're going to be out in the sun or at the zoo, walking around Disney or whatever, it's very cool and refreshing because you're going to put your hair up while it's wet. So it's and it'll all be off your neck. So one of the reasons, what I have failed to mention in the past two videos that I have talk to you about on dry hair is you always want to treat your hair in preparation for heat styling or anything like that. So I always put the Aveda Damage Control. It's just a light spray. It's a water-based product. It's very light. It has just a little bit of an oil and it helps add some shine to your hair. But the reason that I use this in my hair when my hair is wet as the first thing that always touches my hair is because tomorrow, when I go to curl my hair or do a second day look, this is already in my hair, so it's going to help protect it from the heat styling damage. It's also great to protect it from blow drying damage. Now, one thing that's really important to know about wet hair is extremely elastic. So whenever your hair is wet and you pull it into something tight, into a bun or a ponytail, you're stretching that hair, and because it's wet, it's going to be more elastic. Now, when you latch a band around it, it's going to hold that hair in place, but when the hair dries, it's going to shrink. So you can get a lot of breakage if you put your hair up wet often. So you might even have experienced this in the past. If you pull your hair up into a bun or a pony a lot when your hair is wet, you've probably already started and didn't even realize it. You're starting to get little pieces of hair that are breaking around where you put your ponytail. And that's just simply because you're pulling your hair back wet and you're not protecting it, or you're just doing it too often. So this is going to help prevent that, because this is going to help keep the elasticity of your hair. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I already showered, my hair's wet. The first thing I'm going to do is spray this in my hair. So I like to loosen my hair, and I start at the top. Couple spritzes around the top. Then we're going to spray the back. Grab the tails and make sure you get the tails. That's the most important. And there you have it. So now my hair is protected and ready for pulling or curling tomorrow. So I'm just going to brush to distribute the product through my hair. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to pull it up into a bun, and I'm going to do a quick braid, wrap it around. This is a great look for, it's so easy to do for little girls also. So I think you'll really like this. All right, here we go. So we're going to start by gathering all of our hair up into a pony. Okay, now it's going to be bumpy and messy, and so what we want to do is we want to make sure that you pull it up to the top point of your head. So you don't want your bun sitting low. You want it up on the top, so that way you can see the bun head on, okay? Oh, look, you can see I burned myself the other day curling my hair, so if it happens to you, it happens to me. Don't feel bad. Okay, here we go. So we're going to take this paddle brush, and I'm just going to open my hand, and I'm going to paddle brush this hair into my hands, okay? Now, I'm going to flip my head over, and I'm going to work the paddle brush up into the pony. Hopefully you can see what's happening here. Okay. So, I'm gathering the hair and just brushing out the knots and pulling the hair into my pony. Okay? Now that I have all that nice and smooth, I'm gonna redo this top just to make sure that's nice and smooth through here. And this is where it's really important that you have that spray in your hair to help with the elasticity, because I'm pulling my hair right now while it's wet, and it can get, you know, once it dries, it can pop. So, okay, so now I have everything gathered. I like the way it looks. It looks pretty smooth. And now here's one little trick of the trade. Right before you put your band in to secure your ponytail, you want to lift your head looking up slightly, just like this. If you guys want to follow along with me, place your hand on the back of your head right now. Tilt your head forward, and then tilt your head up. And you can actually, and do it one more time, down and up. You can feel the skin moving on the neck, on that flat part of your head right there. So a trick of when you put your ponytail in is look up when you put your band in instead of looking down. If you look up when you put your band in and secure it, then when you look forward, it's gonna tighten your head and you will never get that weird, you'll never get that weird little loose bump thing that people get at the back of the head. Okay, so gather the hair. Everybody's ready. Before you go to put your band in, look up. Put the band in. And this will, and then when I look down, it will tighten all of this. So it's nice and flat to my head. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's the first part. Second part is go to a beauty supply store. You can't get these at just a drugstore, so you have to go to like a Sally's or something and get these hairpins. They're really long. They're like the length of my finger. Okay, can you see that? There we go. It's a hairpin, but these are awesome because because they're so long, they go through the bun that we're about to create and it just locks everything in. It's so easy. So get some of these, okay? So now that we have our hair up in this nice bun, because our hair is wet, we're gonna braid it. It'll be super easy because the hair is stuck together, so it'll hold nicely. Split it into 3 strands. And do a braid. Okay. Catch the ends of the hair. See the braid? So we're just going to wrap this around. And I'm going to hold the tail in my hand and I'm going to use my hairpin and I'm going to go away from the bun, turn my hands and then slide it into the bun and that will lock it in place, okay? So I'm going to catch some hair going away from the bun, then I'm going to, oh, that's too much hair. Let's stick a little less. Away from the bun, turn it and into the bun, and it's locked in place with just the one hairpin. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a second little bobby pin on this side just to help catch some hair over here, in which case you would split your bobby pin, catch a little bit of that hair, and then just slide the pin in. You know, nothing too fancy, pretty easy. Don't fuss over the bobby pins. If you have that long one, it's just one little and you're done. So now I'm going to use some hairspray to catch all these little tiny hairs here. Again, I love the Aveda Air Control because it's pretty dry. It's not gonna stick to my hair. So I'm just going to spray and kind of pat. Spray and pat. And catch the back. And you want to be pretty liberal with this because this is going to help keep all those little hairs in place the whole day. Okay, so like as I'm doing this, I can feel it like building up a barrier around my head. Okay. And then spray your bun, all angles. And there you have it, folks. A nice, cool, refreshing look for your days out with your kids. Whoops, there we go. I'll turn around so you can see it from the side. I hope you enjoy my cool, refreshing bun look, and it should be pretty easy for you guys to duplicate. And I know I have a couple of requests in, so I will be doing my red lips video at some point very soon. And I also have a request for some tips on short hair. So I will be also addressing that to help you guys a little bit with that. So have a great day, and know that just because we're moms doesn't mean that we can't do quick little looks. We are more than moms. Have a wonderful day. Bye.